Hurricane Lidia hit Mexico as a Category 4 hurricane, packing winds of up to 140 miles per hour, 220 kilometers per hour. But the storm weakened after moving inland, and the U.S. National Hurricane Center (NHC) downgraded it to Category 2. Authorities in Nayarit state said a man died and a tree fell on the van he was driving. Lidia landed in the small beach town of Las Penitas just before 18:00 local time. This storm is listed as Category 4 on the Saffir Simpson hurricane wind scale, which is a 5. At 2100, 3 o'clock GMT, the NHC said Lidia was blowing maximum sustained winds of 105 miles per hour, 165 kilometers per hour as it passed near the inland town of Mascota in Jalisco state. The center said Lidia was moving east-northeast at 17 miles per hour, 28 kilometers per hour, and would weaken quickly as it moved over the highlands of west-central Mexico. Life-threatening hurricane-force winds were expected along the storm's path overnight, the NHC added, warning of high water levels, flash flooding and large waves on the Pacific coast. Ahead of the storm, Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador announced that 6,000 members of the armed forces had been deployed to help residents. I urge people living between Nayarit and Jalisco, especially in Bahía de Banderas, Puerto Vallarta and Tomatlan, to take precautionary measures, he said on social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, recommending people stay away from low-lying areas, rivers, and slopes in the seaside resort of Puerto Vallarta, residents sheltered from the storm. And shopkeepers boarded up windows and stacked sandbags in case of flooding. Previously, the city's airport announced its closure from 16:00 local time 22:00 GMT until 08:00 on Wednesday. Parts of Mexico's Pacific coast have been hit by major flooding this week after Tropical Storm Max hit. Local media reported 2 people died as a result of the storm in Guerrero State. Hurricanes hit Mexico every year on both the Pacific and Atlantic coasts. The country's official hurricane season runs from May to November, with most hurricanes occurring between July and October. The impact of climate change on hurricane frequency is still unclear, but scientists say that rising sea surface temperatures warm the air above them and provide more energy to drive hurricanes, cyclones, and typhoons. As a result, rainfall tends to be more intense with more extreme rainfall. World temperatures have risen by approximately 1°C3398F since the industrial era began, and temperatures will continue to rise unless governments around the world make drastic cuts in emissions. The storm then moved south of Puerto Vallarta to a point inland about 30 miles 50 kilometers east of the resort, and about 90 miles 150 kilometers west of Jalisco state capital Guadalajara. Lidia remained a powerful hurricane even after moving over land, with winds of 105 miles per hour 165 kilometers per hour on Tuesday evening. According to the U.S. Weather Agency, Lidia was moving east-northeast at about 17 miles per hour 28 kilometers per hour, and estimates that it could still be a Category 1 hurricane when it hits Guadalajara, Mexico's second-largest city, around midnight. Lidia has maximum sustained winds of approximately 140 miles 220 kilometers per hour, with the potential for further strengthening before making landfall on Tuesday, October 10th, as reported by the U.S. National Hurricane Center (NHC). The disease reached Category 4 status, the second highest on the Saffir-Simpson scale. As defined by the NHC, in the popular seaside city of Puerto Vallarta, shop owners took precautions, securing windows and stacking sandbags in preparation for potential flooding, AFP reported. Some areas suspended school activities, and residents were encouraged to seek shelter. Lidia is positioned approximately 110 miles southwest of Puerto Vallarta in the state of Jalisco. The storm is expected to bring heavy rain, up to 12 inches 30 centimeters, to the states of Nayarit, Sinaloa and Jalisco, raising fears of flash floods and landslides, especially in high-lying areas near the coast. The NHC also warned that a dangerous storm surge would result in major coastal flooding, especially near and south of the storm's landfall. Along the coast, these waves will occur together with large and dangerous waves. Hurricanes are an annual occurrence in Mexico, hitting both the Pacific and Atlantic coasts, usually between May and November. Notably, this week, Tropical Storm Max caused 2 fatalities and major flooding in Guerrero, one of Mexico's economically disadvantaged regions. Furthermore, in August, Hurricane Hilary, which previously reached Category 4 status, resulted in 1 fatality and damaged infrastructure in the northwestern state of Baja California.